Hey folks, today we are making a juicy homemade liquid pizza that's so good it might just become your new favorite. We're going step by step, no shortcuts, just real ingredients, rich flavor, and that perfect golden crust. Let's get started. Pan preparation and setup. Grab an 11-inch medium-sized pan. That's our stage for this beauty. Drizzle in some good olive oil and spread it around, making sure you coat every corner. Trust me, this step gives your crust that gorgeous golden edge and keeps it from sticking. Next, dust the pan with a light layer of flour. Again, don't forget those corners. We want full coverage so the dough doesn't stick to the pan. If there's any extra flour sitting around, just tap it out gently, making the dough. For the dough, you'll need 2 cups of sifted flour, 1.5 teaspoons of salt, and 1.5 teaspoons of instant yeast. That's your dry mix. That's about 1.25 cup, and add 1 teaspoon of sugar. Stir it well until the sugar fully dissolves. This not only activates the yeast but also adds just a hint of sweetness to balance out the savory flavors. Once the sugar is dissolved, pour the water gradually into your dry mix. Start mixing with a spoon or spatula. If the dough feels too thick or dry, add a little more warm water, a tablespoon at a time. You want a soft, smooth texture, slightly sticky but not runny. Think of something that spreads easily but holds its shape. That's the consistency we're aiming for. Once your dough is mixed, pour or scoop it into your prepared pan. Gently use your spatula to spread it out evenly so it covers the entire base. Don't stress about making it perfect, just make sure it reaches all the edges. Proofing and pre-bake. Now comes the proofing stage. Let your dough rest right in the pan, uncovered, for about 30 minutes. This gives the yeast time to do its thing, rising, fermenting, building flavor. After half an hour, you'll notice a soft, slightly puffy layer has formed on top. That's your cue that it's ready for the next step. So before we add any toppings, spread a thin layer of pizza sauce over the surface. Homemade or store-bought, your call, but make sure it's rich and flavorful. Now remember, don't press too hard while spreading the pizza sauce so that you don't ruin the top layer and so that the air doesn't escape, which was developed while proofing. Now drizzle just a little olive oil over the top. This adds depth and helps the top crisp up beautifully in the oven. Slide the tray into a preheated oven at 180 dC, around 350 dC. And bake for 15 to 20 minutes. Keep an eye on it. We're looking for light browning around the edges and a semi-firm texture in the middle. Just enough so it can hold all the toppings you are about to throw on. Popping time. Now for the fun part, the toppings. Once the base is out of the oven, it's time to turn this into a flavor bomb. Now start with the star of the show, the chicken tikka bites. You can use pre-cooked shredded chicken, grilled chunks, or even leftover rotisserie. Just make sure it's seasoned well. Scatter the chicken across the pizza so there's a little in every bite. Then sprinkle some dry oregano, some chili flakes that elevates the overall taste of the pizza. Now add jalapenos to enhance flavor and add a spicy kick. They provide a zesty and fiery flavor that can be addictive. You can go crazy by adding chopped juicy tomatoes. Go for ripe ones. Then sprinkle on some finely diced onions. They'll roast up sweet and soft, adding that perfect tang. You can also add some colorful bell peppers, whatever you like. These not only bring crunch but also a pop of color that screams fresh. Add a few sliced olives for that salty, briny punch. And if you like, finally the cheese. Go in with a generous handful or two of mozzarella. You want it to be melty, stretchy, and golden. Sprinkle some basil leaves. A little cheddar or parmesan on top won't hurt either, trust me. Finally, we can finish. Put the pizza back in the oven for another 10 to 15 minutes or until the cheese is bubbling and golden and the crust has crisped up just right. Your kitchen should smell incredible by now. When it's done, Take it out, let it rest for 2 to 3 minutes, just enough to let the cheese settle, then slice it up. The crust should be crisp, the center moist and fluffy, and every bite packed with layers of flavor. Special chef secret. Use buffalo mozzarella cheese as it is creamier, softer, and elastic in texture. It is more flavorful and melts beautifully. Additionally, buffalo mozzarella is considered a healthier option due to its lower cholesterol content and higher calcium and protein levels. And there you have it, your homemade pan-style liquid pizza, rich with juicy toppings, golden edges, and melty cheese. A perfect recipe for when you want real comfort food made right in your own kitchen. Try it once and you might just forget your favorite delivery spot. If you like this recipe, hit that like button, subscribe for more simple and tasty dishes, and drop a comment telling me what toppings you love. Thanks for cooking with me. See you next time.